Hey everybody, it's Kristen J Live, and I'm here with comedian Mark Viera.
We in the building. We in the building.
Mark Viera, tell them where you're from.
I am from the Bronx, New York City, all day, every day.
Tell them where you're coming from. That's so funny to me.
I'm. How's it funny? I'm coming from the Museum of Natural History with my family,
Doing the family thing,
having a
love it.
family day. We saw dinosaur bones and a bunch of other great things. So, seeing New York City, man, being a New Yorker.
I know, right? Let me just
That's
say
right.
this, Mark. When I first saw you do your set, I was dying laughing. Then I saw you a couple of times in a row. So when you see a comedian like back to back to back, you're gonna hear some of the same jokes repeatedly. Laugh every time. Every time.
Yeah.
And those are true stories, aren't they?
Yeah, everything I talk about on stage is real, upfront. It's all Mark Viera. It's not some made up, story.
Something you heard from somebody else.
Yeah, these are definitely not.
It's too close to home to be made up.
Yeah, I
Like you
can't
talk about your wife.
Can't make up a crazy wife.
Talk about your
I can't make that up. I have one for real.
who is 20 minutes.
Who's 20?
Hour space. See?
All that.
Those are Mark's shows. You remember them. You take them with you when you
Yeah,
laugh again.
22
You know how
minutes.
people go away repeating your jokes and messing them all up?
Yeah, those are the ones people tell other people. That's right. I'm gonna check my man's hours. It's right. It's our space.
That is classic.
That's
now wait.
it.
Okay, so now I was just mentioning to you that on Facebook, I saw a bunch of congratulations. Facebook is a gift and a curse because it's kind of like your business is out there and then your business is out there.
Right,
So
right.
whether you wanted it to be known yet or not, it was out there.
Everybody
It was
knows.
like, congratulations.
Yeah.
Tell them what the wonderful news is.
All right. Well, in the past couple years, I've been working on a TV show, sitcom based on my stand-up, and so I wrote a treatment, and we sold it a couple times, but we didn't sell it.
Okay.
People, networks bought into it,
Right.
and they wanted to do it, and for a lot of reasons, it just didn't move.
Right.
And this year, we got the backing of a fellow comedian, George Lopez.
That's a heavy hitter.
That's a big
heavy hitter.
big deal right there,
Look.
to have that cat
For
co-sign.
him to be with you.
Yeah.
No. The big thing is for him to be with you, not you to
That's
be with
right.
him.
Exactly.
For him to be with you.
For him to co-sign what we're doing.
Does he know who you are?
Exactly. That was amazing in itself that he knew, he said my name, and I'm like, I don't know about all of that. I don't know if I'm deserving, but I know that I put in a lot of work.
Though. I'm saying the reverse
Absolutely.
because your humor
Absolutely.
is funny. I've
Thank
seen
you.
George. No disrespect, George, but Mark is funny. I'm not gonna mess with you.
No. I'll erase that. Nobody tell that to him. 'Cause
Okay, George is my
Yeah,
dude,
but we're
Mark
working
is
on the
funny.
show, and it finally got picked up.
Now,
Warner
how
Brothers.
did George come on board? Is he behind the scenes, or is
Yeah,
he
well,
gonna be a part of it?
he's gonna executive produce the show.
How did that hook up? How did you connect?
Just people in Hollywood knew what I had, and they knew what it needed to get on
Wow.
television, and they
Okay.
made that connection. I was taping a Byron Allen show, and George Lopez people came out to see my set, and they saw it, and I got a standing on in 5 minutes.
Oh, that you
And
the
so
sirens going
you
by
see
in
the
the
side.
back.
That's
It's
so New
Starbucks in
York.
Manhattan.
Good. They gone. All right. Anyway, yeah. So we just had this incredible conversation, and he was like, "I'm all in. I'm all for it. Like your act and what you wrote is just it makes for great television." And so he thought it was like his show, just deeper.
Okay.
So he was like, "If my show did 6 seasons,
Right.
then this could do 8 easy."
Right. Okay.
So, and that's anybody
That's what I'm
saying
telling you, you're
that.
funny. You got
is
the
a-
app.
right.
You don't know. You better
Yeah,
ask somebody.
you have right, and he sold that to Warner Brothers, and so Warner Brothers picked it up, and then Warner Brothers, myself, and George sold it to Fox. So
Awesome.
we already have Fox, the network.
Right.
Have
you started shooting
working.
anything yet, or is
No,
it
we're
still
not.
in the paperwork?
We're still in the script phase,
Okay.
what they call the pilot script,
Okay.
and it's pretty much done. The pilot script is pretty much complete, and
Right.
and we just have to give it into Fox.
Oh, Mark, I'm so happy.
Thank
for
you.
You are
And so I'm hoping,
deserving.
2012, man, we're gonna make some big things happen.
What
Mark
else
Viera
is-
style.
Look, okay, what else is going on behind the scenes? Because I think that's awesome, and you are so deserving of that.
Thank
What's
you.
going on behind the scenes? Because you said you just came from the museum with the kids. It's so cute.
Well, what's happening in the world of Mark Viera, I call it the takeover because it's about what I do on stage.
Right.
And so right now, what I'm doing is touring the country as a headlining comic, and just trying to get the markets to believe in me, get every city to believe
To
that
know.
I'm the next funny dude
To know.
that they need to kind of be aware of.
Right,
So before Kevin went on tour, and you know what I mean, there was this kind of little work, and now I have a special coming out on a cable network.
Tell 'em.
I got a cable network special. I can't say the network because then they might not air it.
Well, how are we gonna know?
So
wait, okay, all right. So you can't say that, but where can they go to keep up with what you have going on? Let them know that.
I'll tell you this: the best place to find me is always on Facebook, where Kristen and I always connect.
I know.
Twitter, it's Mark Viera. Laugh Mob, LAFFMOBB. .com has my schedule, and March 2012 will be the real big release of my Showtime special. I didn't say it, right?
Rhymes with no rhyme.
Right. Rhymes with
No
hold
shot.
hat. Special this upcoming March. Again, 2012 is going to prove to be hopefully the biggest year in my career.
Oh,
So,
awesome.
and we're just, right now.
Are you gonna pack up and move to the West Coast? Is that what's going on?
Well, I definitely will have to spend a lot of time. And I did. A lot of 2011, right. I'll be bi-coastal. My family will definitely stay here. But what I'm trying to do is, do the work, and be available.
So that you can be bi-coastal or
You know what?
whatever.
I know people will say, how do you do it or how do you not do it? My thing is, if you're not in LA, there's a lot you're missing.
Right.
There is a lot that you're missing. That's why people go there, because people call and go, I need you tomorrow.
Right. How long
and
was
you
it?
don't want to be like, well, I'm in New York, but I can fly there.
How long was it while you were into your career before you made that trip to LA?
It's very recent. I only started going to California probably about 2.5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So I've been doing stand-up about 12 years. So it took me 10 years to get to Hollywood, to get there. But when I got there, I had a plan on not just being there, but being some comic and just waiting to go next. Right. I wanted them to see me and say I was special, different, and prepared.
Right.
That people, they don't even understand those words.
Those are like 3 really good tips to just give somebody.
Exactly.
Be special, be different, and
be prepared. Because if they go, I like you, what can you offer?
Yeah.
And you go, well, give me about 3 weeks. I'm gonna write something for you.
I juggle.
You got it right. Well, not only that, but I got this great show. I didn't write nothing yet, but I got a great show. I'm gonna tell you about. They're not really looking for that.
Well, let me ask you this now, because something that I've noticed is a lot of times is always whatever you don't have is the one thing that they want. You say you want just a treatment, you got that, then they're like, you got a script, you got that, then they're like, what about a scissor reel? Did you go through those things?
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants something different. Again, the way you separate, it's never enough, but the way you separate yourself is be commanding on stage. Is to go, because what Hollywood will do is they do these things called showcases.
Right.
And what they do is they try to put you in different waters.
Right.
So Wednesday night at the Comedy Store is not an urban night. So if you're kind of more the urban, if you're more the urban comic, they try to put you outside your element, see how you fare.
Right.
And you just got to take command of the stage, whether it doesn't matter who's in front. Look, I've done with nothing but TV execs, and that's so hard.
Really?
Because they're not. They're just kind of sitting there. But if you can make them laugh, then you're onto something big.
I don't understand it. Like, I mean, I've been looking at comics for years, and I guess I love laughing so much that when I go out to see them, I'm looking to laugh. I'm wanting to laugh.
Right.
And I'm usually the loudest one laughing.
Yeah, but they're just inundated. Every comedian wants to get on. I mean, and every comic who sees this or will see this, they'll know what I'm saying. Every comic wants to be the next. Oh, yo, I'm funny.
It's funny too, because
why Mike Epps getting all of shoot? I could act too. I'm gonna get on, but.
Put me down.
Yeah, Hollywood is very finicky, man. Very, very finicky taste, and for you to get on, you have to be a cut above.
You got a lot of support,
look
though, don't you?
Can't sound like, can't be like anybody else.
You got a lot of support from home too, though, right?
Yeah, my family is like they always have been. It was so hard in the beginning. It was so hard in the beginning, but now it's so easy because they understand that it's something really special. They really get it, and they're like, we're so with you, Dad. When I go away, last year I spent tons of time on the road. I mean,
did you Skype?
Yeah, well, we have FaceTime. We have a Mac at home, so we FaceTime, and that's fun for all of us.
Right.
And it keeps us connected. but I'm still not home. I'm still not, So when I'm home, I try to be super dad and check
to the museum.
Yeah, check homework, go to Museum of Natural
But
History.
he still made time for me to do this. So I
You
appreciate
see,
it so much.
I made time. I made time.
Gangsta.
This is what we do. My wife's in the car, mad right now.
Is she know?
She is.
Really?
I'm gonna hear it. I was like, babe, I'm gonna stop in and get a coffee.
You didn't.
I lied. I couldn't tell I was gonna be here with no woman.
You got two
What?
witnesses. I met her before. She knows me. She's a sweetheart. It's all good.
She don't know nothing about our little thing we got going on side. Once we turn the computer off, things gonna pop off.
Yeah,
telling
right
you,
here in Starbucks.
there's gonna be Sumatran coffee everywhere. I'm gonna bathe her in a macchiato. Then I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
No, right? No, I like macchiato. Delicious.
Mark, take me back to you in the 4th grade in the classroom. Who was
Just
Mark Viera?
exact this dude right here. There's no difference.
Were you a problem in the classroom?
I was always a problem.
Really?
As far as I can remember, I have been in search of the limelight. People say, class clowns, and that's, as far as I can remember, I've heard that about just about every, from Richard Pryor to Eddie Murphy, yeah.
His little one say
my son is testifying to that. He's like, my dad is a clown all the time, and he's like what's his name? My son's classmate, Brendan. If you're online right now, Brendan, stop being a class clown. Do your work.
Did you do your work?
For sure.
Yeah, I did my work. You know what?
Did.
I think comedians are either, look, I was very, very smart in school. Okay. I read. There was not a lot. I wasn't a big math guy, but I was always, I'm reading. Always. Okay. I still am like that. I'm constantly, I read magazines because I like to change, quickly, keep it moving. Mm-hmm. I hate to just sit and read books sometimes because it's just unless it's just one of those riveting books, but something that just takes too long to get to the point I'm done with.
Right.
So I thought I was a pretty good student, but again, I drove some teachers pretty crazy. I know I did. All the way through.
But you still handled your business.
Handle my biz.
Let me
Absolutely.
ask you this: was there anybody in the family or friend that was the toughest to make laugh, and then you finally broke them down?
Well, my stepdad wasn't, he wasn't big on laughing. Funny, yeah. Well, our parents, when I say our parents, I mean our generation of parents. Right. Mm-hmm. When you made a face or you act silly, they would say, "Don't do that. You're gonna stay like that. Stop making faces. Your face is gonna stay like that." Right. Exactly. It wasn't, But my grandfather had this, and still has an incredible funny bone. Yeah. So when I did something funny, he laughed and was like, "Do more, do that voice." So he encouraged my kind of creative juices, that comedian that was inside of me from very young. So when I got older, I wasn't afraid. I was like, as long as it's okay at home.
Right.
I don't know about everybody else, but I think I can make them. I can turn them. So I had a confidence from the beginning. Mm-hmm. So
toughest room.
I would say toughest room for me. I'll go two ways. When I first started, there was a place called Nagasaki's in Long Island. Mm-hmm. It was a Jamaican Chinese place. A Japanese place, and it was about 300.
That doesn't sound like comedy.
No, it was about 300.
Huge too.
It was an all black mixed with Caribbean room, and they were tough as nails. I never bombed, but they were tough as nails.
Chinese combination is very common.
Right.
But I can't imagine going in a room and telling jokes.
Yeah. Oh no. It was a hot spot on Long Island. I think Hempstead, and Drew Frazier was, he was the king of that room. I mean, they loved him there. And I was always his guest. He would just let me work. And like I said, I never bombed. I didn't always do well, but I never bombed. You know what I mean? But it was the toughest times. And then now, as a 38-year-old comedian, some colleges are very hard for me. Yeah. Because I feel like the students don't get me because I'm there. I feel like they may feel like I'm talking down to them because I'm 38. Uncle. Yeah, I'm a daddy.
You got mortgage.
Yeah, and so I don't know if that, look, I never changed me, but I always feel like it's very hard to relate now to college students because I just refuse to be just a goofy character on stage. I'd rather just be real in me.
Mark. Right. Keep being Mark. It's hilarious.
Right.
Tell them where they can find you, Mark.
Well, you can find me definitely in Los Angeles, in New York City. Find me on Facebook, Mark Viera. Find me on Twitter. It's Mark Viera because I don't know, Mark Viera was taken by some.
Mark the comic.
Right, I changed it.
We gotta wrap it up.
No, it's Mark Viera. And just look for me. Find me. I'm on everything. 2012. Believe me. Wherever you look, Mark Viera is going to be.
Kristen J.